Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Tiffany, and we are from Ready, Set, Crop. Karen, you ready to do another crop along?
Love to. Let's do another installment, but let's do something a little different.
Okay.
Why don't we scrap lift?
Ooh, I love a good scrap lift.
I mean, scrap lifting, I think, is the ultimate compliment to whoever created it. And honestly, sometimes we don't really know if they were the one that actually created it because I think we're all recreating the similar things
Yeah.
and calling it our own. So it's kind of fun. So I was on Facebook, the book of the face. And Creative Life Scrapbooking made a post, and it was Diana Brinsley who did this really cute layout.
I love that.
Isn't it cute? Now
Hmm.
it's using the Growing Up collection is what it is. So it's kind of like these tea party embellishments and papers, which is really cute. But I love anything that has to do with the jumbo circle. And I
Yeah.
thought this would be fun for us to kind of copy and make our own. But of
Hmm.
course, we always like to give credit due where it's due. And
Yeah.
Diana Brimley created this and posted it. So thank you very much, Diana. And we will try to do you justice.
Yes.
Me personally, I will be working on a 12 by 12, and I'm probably going to try to make a double page spread out of this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to work in my happy album, so it's going to be 10 by 6 3/4. So that'll be a challenge because that's a square layout with the big circle, but I'll do my own twist.
I have faith in you because
Yes.
even I even have ideas of what you can do, but I'm not going to say anything because I want to see what you come up with. So,
Okay.
all right. So
All
let's
right.
get going. Here we are. So I'm going to put this aside, but yeah, I see you have it, so you can kind of go by that. So
Yep. Yeah,
what
I just
are you going to be working with?
So I pulled out the Daydreamer collection from a million years ago.
Love it.
I love this collection, so I have been like hanging on for dear life because I just love it.
It's
But I have a
beautiful.
few papers left, and I have pictures from 2 weeks ago. My daughter received her diploma in the mail, so I got a picture of her with her diploma for her master's degree, and we were prepping for her party, and we went and picked up balloons, and I was gonna take a picture of her carrying the balloons, and right at that moment, the wind blew, and it just like blew all the balloons into her face, and it was just like a funny photo. So it's just kind of
Yeah,
graduation prep that I'm gonna
sounds
do.
great.
Yeah,
I am working with the All-American Blast.
fun.
I'm not using a lot of different things. I'm really just going to stick to the kind of the red, white, and blue because pictures that I have and hope to use are from a Memorial Day parade that my son and grandson were in for Scouts. So I'm
Oh,
going to
nice.
try to make it more of a Memorial Day because I do think that the All-American Blast tends to be very 4th of July.
Hmm.
So I'm going to do that. So I do find, with the way that I scrapbook, this could end up using a lot of paper
Okay.
because if you
Yeah.
look at this, you've got you have a piece of designer paper, and then she's got two pieces of cardstock behind it, which I'm probably not going to layer that much. Obviously, I would gut those pieces,
Hmm.
but I'm not going to do two because that just I think is a lot. And
Yeah.
then you've got all of these rings, which she probably got from the inside of some of these papers, all different colors. So, I mean, I'm going to see what I'm going to do. We'll see how much paper it uses, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So these two red pieces are going to be my base, which I am going to gut these a little bit so I can use the red for mats for my photos. And
Okay.
this is going to be my background paper, so I'm going to cut these down a little bit. So there we go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I cut a piece of pattern paper down to 10 by 6 3/4. That is the size of my happy album. So that's going to be my base.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use this pink and coral cardstock, start making some rings.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to start by cutting an inch off two adjacent sides. So that's going to be the size of my inside sheet, which is probably a little smaller than I originally planned, but yeah, why not, right? So when I put this on a piece of red, I've got a 1/2 inch frame going all the way around. So that's what I'm shooting for.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah. But, I have a plan, but I don't have a plan. My plans
Right.
usually end up changing. I
Hmm.
end up adjusting, revamping, but that's okay. That's the fun of it. We just need that jumping off point. Okay. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to cut a 1 inch frame around. I'm going to have a 1 inch frame all the way around and gut the insides out because I've got a 1/2 inch space. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but if I lay this on top of here, I have a 1/2 inch frame showing. So if I make a 1 inch frame, I have something to stick this to.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to make it similar, very similar to what she did, but it probably won't be exact. And I do love the paper she used, but that's not what I need to scrapbook right now. I didn't do a tea party, although my granddaughter, well, I have a 4-year-old granddaughter who loves a good tea party.
Yeah, I mean that layout is so cute. It makes me want to make a tea party, you know?
Well, why don't yeah, we can go somewhere and have a tea party. Isn't there like a tea place in Brookline, New Hampshire?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe we should meet up there and have a tea party and then scrapbook it. Because
Right.
that's
You
how
know.
scrapbookers do it.
Yeah. We'll choose our outfits based on the color of the paper.
Absolutely. We definitely will have to wear some pretty pinks or pastels or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we can really make it work. Because that's what you and I do. We wear
Right.
pastels all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, goodness. Isn't it funny how we do things? So easy. This trimmer makes it so easy to gut these papers. And then I'll have I'll have plenty of cardstock to map my photos. So this is what I'm taking out. So this is extra paper that I'm going to have to use for that. Never mind the little strips of paper that I got from that. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so let's start. I'm wondering how I'm going to start this. I think I'm going to put my papers on. Probably should have done it like that, but I didn't, so it's okay. I have done it a lot of times before where I have the frame, but that sometimes I've made it a little wider and put the paper all the way over to the left, but I'm not doing that this time. So let's see. Use my repositional, which just ran out. Not always,
Perfect timing.
always the way. Luckily, I have another one right here. I'm gonna try not to take too much time because we like to not make our videos too long, do we?
Yeah, I like being able to do 30 minutes or less to show that, you can
It can
you
be
can get a
done.
layout done.
It can be done.
Because really the problems we run into is you start overthinking it and that adds on a lot of time.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. I think if you say to yourself, okay, this is going to be done in half an hour, you just get it done and you don't
Yep.
worry about it.
So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do my rings, but I'm just starting with I'm using the circles from the custom cutting system, not the jumbo circles because I'm doing a smaller layout. So
Exactly.
I've got the biggest one and I'm cutting with the blue blade first, and then I'm cutting with the red blade to give me the ring. And then I did it with the medium circle and the same thing. So I have 3 sizes of rings here, and then I'm going to do it with this coral paper.
Yeah,
And then I'll just play with it and see how it looks.
that's great. Yeah, I am I'm actually, sorry, I'm not going to be using the jumbo circle. I'm going to be using the circle maker.
Oh,
So
cool.
I figure with the circle maker, I can make lots of different size circles.
Yeah.
I can be really random and kind of go crazy, and it'll be fun. So
Yep.
we'll see how, wish me luck. We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited to see you use it because that is one of those things that sits unused on my desk because I've just never quite gotten the hang of it. So,
Really? Well, I'm going to start with this white piece of paper. And what I find to help me is I'm going to fit it into my map with my pencil. Um, sorry, I have to get my ruler, my zero center ruler. And what I'll do is I'm going to line up my ruler and I'm going to make a line at the 6-inch mark. I'm just going to find the center. This just helps me. Easy to do, not a big deal. And I'm going to take this, and I always start with the largest circles first. And then you can move down and do smaller circles.
okay.
Because once you've cut, the outside is loose. So you want to do the biggest first. So I'm starting mine at the 10. And there's a little line here, little line there. And there's kind of a center right here. So I'm going to try to center this best I can. Does not have to be perfect. And then you hold it down. You push in this little white button to push it down. And then you just go around. Right. And what I like about this is, now you want to make sure if you're doing more circles, you don't lift it, you don't move it. So I have this piece right here, okay, which I can save for something else. But I love it because I love the custom cutting system, but a lot of times you end up with that little mess where you started and where you finished. It's never exact,
Hmm.
and it kind of drives me crazy. So now I'm going to, if I can, loosen this up yeah, because you loosen this white, my arm's blocking everything. There's a white ring here. You loosen it up and I'm going to slide to make it a tiny bit smaller. And then I'm going to tighten it up again. And I'm going to make another circle. You can go around, make sure you got everything. And look at that. I have a ring. Oh, if I can grab it. There we go. See, I have a ring. I'll just toss it aside. I'm going to loosen this again. And I'm going to make a really tiny one, a really skinny one. Don't know if I'll use it, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I also want to show you how great this circle maker is. Now again, I'm keeping it still. Look how skinny this little,
Yeah, that's nice. You get really
yep,
skinny.
yep. Let's see. Now I'm going to do another one, the size of the other one. Now I did do a few rings before, so I have some extra, so I don't have to spend forever doing this. Because I was trying to decide what size rings I wanted to do. And I'm just going to do a few. I'm going to work my way down. And you can seriously just keep going all the way until you get to, I think the smallest you can do is like maybe a 3-inch circle that you can do with this.
Wow.
Um, But that's about it. That's as far. But I mean, you can make these basically any size. I mean, look at all these rings now that I have. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's good enough because I have one more color. And then I have this circle I can use for something else. Look at all these rings.
That's great. That took you no time at all.
Yeah, not at all. And I do have some extra ones that I also made earlier. Not a lot. There was like 3 of them. But I'll use these as well if I want to. So I just have like a million little circles that I can use. I'm sure I won't be using them all. Now I'm just going to, I have this like baby blue color cardstock. And I'm going to find the center again. And I'm really just finding the center so I have that outside piece that I can use for something else so I don't feel like I'm wasting. You know, this piece is what I'm talking about. I could definitely
Okay.
use this for
Yeah.
something, you know, do whatever. And I'm going to do the same thing. I don't think I'm going to cut as many. I started, just so you know, I probably said, but I forget if I said, started at the 10-inch. So I'm starting with a 10-inch circle, centering it as best as I can. How quick I can just jump on it and get going.
Yeah, it's just a matter of using it. I just have to make myself use
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I have told more people that it's really, you just have to get comfortable with it. You need to use it. Once you get comfortable with it, you're all set. And then you just you've got to play with it.
Hmm.
There's definitely a learning curve. Do a couple more. Okay, it's enough. Look at all these. Again, I've
Two.
got another one of these pieces of paper I can save for another layout. Maybe you guys will see it in the future.
Yeah.
And I've got all these light blues. I'll save my circles. And put these down. So let's see. See what she's done. Just kind of play around with it, I guess.
I'm making another ring out of white because it needs a third color.
Oh yeah. I think I'm just gonna do the 2-color
Hmm.
because I have the color around, I have the frame.
Yeah.
So let's see. And she's just kind of offset them here and there. You could have all of your rings basically the same size and it would still work, or you can use
Yeah.
different sizes because it's just all you gotta do is offset them. If you wanted to, you could even just cut them up and use, you could cut these in half and just have them kind of go partially on one side, partially on the other. It's really whatever you want to do. So it's very much personal preference. I'm trying to find the big one. Here it is. And I'm even going to go off my, onto the frame just for fun. And let's see. Let's put some more blue in here. I don't know if you can see that it's blue and white, but it is.
Well, I just messed that one up.
What'd you do? Oh,
I
you
just,
you messed up your circle?
yeah, I gotta make another one. I didn't get the feet in the right. I never get
Oh,
these when I'm talking and doing it, I always
it's
get
hard.
the feet in the right spot.
It's hard. Definitely hard. Let's see. I dropped one of my rings. Here it is, my little skinny one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put all of them on. I'm gonna see how I want to do my photos. Definitely. Let's let me cut my mats. Um,
Okay. So I didn't do a frame on mine. I just added a strip of paper at the top and the bottom to kind of frame it out still.
yeah, yeah. There these on. And that's in my photos. I want a nice skinny mat on these. I don't want a big mat. So I'm probably gonna trim them once I get them on it. Oh, nice skinny double mat. My photos were actually, I printed them with a white mat around it. I cut it down a little. So
Oh,
it
yep.
should a lot.
And I'm using my little tiny attacher. I just kind of laid these down where I wanted them to be, and then I'm just going to staple in place in a couple of spots.
Oh, okay. Look at you. I'm gonna have to, with my rings, I'm gonna do my rings after I do these photos, is repositionable adhesive,
Yep.
clearly. I'm gonna use my photo trimmer for these. That should be easy.
And I'm just trimming off all the extra. There's my background.
I'm gonna do this left side first. Maybe that will help direct me on the right side. Made a little bit of a mess here. So put some repositionable tape on my circles. Sorry if I'm a little out of screen because my silicone mat is over here.
Oh yeah.
Silicone mat and repositionable tape work very well. I know Creative Memories has sold the silicone mats. They don't really anymore. But you can go on Amazon and buy silicone baking mats
Hmm.
and cut them down to the size you want, and it works just as good. I'll put this first one in the center. Kind of set the tone. It's setting the tone.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go for my blue. I don't know. We're gonna just swing it. I don't want it to look too intentional, I guess, as I say, and put it right in the center.
Well, the first one.
Yeah. The first one was just, that was just, it was thinking through.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna do this really skinny one.
And I grabbed some thread and I'm going to wrap it around a few of these rings.
Red, I love it. Add in the crafts.
Yep.
You are a true artiste.
I like adding a little bit of texture.
I know you do. I love it. You're like the brave little toaster. Sorry, it's like one of my favorite kid movies.
Yeah.
Brave little toaster. Hmm. I don't know if I feel that I need more or not. This is going to go here. I was thinking of doing a red circle, but I'm not because I don't want to waste yet another piece of paper.
And I like the white because you already have the red frame, so I think it's
Exactly.
nice.
That's what I was thinking. So let's see how many. I feel like if I want to put another one, I have to put two more. Like I want to have an odd number of rings.
Hmm.
That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna put another blue one. And then maybe put another white one. So 1, 2, 3, that means I need another white one on here too. All right. Crazy. Yeah, I feel pretty good so far about this. Oh, there it is. Where's my loose one? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then just stick down the other side. And honestly, probably pretty much done. I'm not
Yeah.
like, we've discussed it. We don't like to journal when we're under pressure.
Journaling while recording videos does not work well.
No, because you can't talk and write at the same time.
No, you always spell something wrong or you miss a word or you just write something that's
Yeah,
not like,
then you don't think it through because you just
yeah.
feel like you're rushing.
Hmm.
And I don't want to do. Now, I definitely spread my rings out more than Diana did.
I like
But
that.
but I think I spread them out more because I have less colors.
Hmm.
When you don't have the colors, can't really do that. All right. Now, I always use regular tape, regular adhesive for, oh, geez, get this going. Sorry. For my photos, I don't ever use repositionable. I don't think it's strong enough.
Oh, yeah.
So, but people say, well, what if you want to move it? Well, I don't press it down hard until I
Hmm.
know it's where I want it. So I'll just kind of lay it there. Hmm. This one here. And then when it's how I want it, then I'll press it down. No. Hmm. See, there's kind of a lot of white above my
Oh
son's
yeah.
head right
Hmm.
here. So I think I'm going to, that's where I'm gonna put this, a lot of this flab. There we go, like that. See, I moved it already.
And I'm just fussy cutting a flower out of this pattern paper.
I'm pressing down. So that's my left. Still have to do my right. How are you doing? Are we kind of on the same path? Or are we,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
because I still have a little to go here.
I'm just fussy cutting this flower and then I'm gonna be
Oh, well, you're ahead of me then. You're definitely ahead of me.
just
All
to get
right,
some
getting there.
other color in there.
Oh, I stickied on the wrong side because I can see my pencil mark. But you know what the beauty of a mechanical pencil is? It erases very easily.
Yeah.
I had a feeling I would do that at least once. Oh, it comes right off like it's nothing. I love mechanical pencils.
I'm gonna do some outlining because I always do outlining.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot. Like I was thinking of outlining because she does it in the sample too.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yep. She does like a stitching. I
Yeah.
tend to do more of like a freehand line
Yeah.
that I like. I'm not big on the stitching because my stitches never look that good.
Hmm.
Not like I don't like it from other people.
Yeah.
I'm just, know your strengths.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I also, I mean, I don't always have to make exact, so it depends. If I feel like I'm kind of shaky,
Uh-huh.
then maybe I'll use a ruler to do it. But there are plenty of times that I just freehand it and I just like the look of the rustic look of it.
Yeah.
And it's the same with when I do journaling lines. A lot of times I just freehand the lines
Hmm.
because sometimes I feel like if you try to make it straight and it's not, it looks worse than if you just purposely didn't make it straight.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, but you can't do it when you're over caffeinated.
Well, yeah, sometimes there are days where I'm definitely shakier than others now that I'm
Yep.
not the spring chicken I used to once be. But yeah, so we'll see. Almost done with these circles. Okay. Whoop, whoop, come on now. You got this. All right, so now I need this under here. Save some room. Here's all my photos. I did want to make I cut this with the CCS shape. So I'm going to make a red frame for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I do still use these. I like them. It's just nice to have different ways of doing stuff. I mean, the
Hmm.
custom cutting system shapes are good for certain things, and the circle maker is good for certain things.
I just grabbed a jar of my pink sequins and I'm going to add a little bit of bling.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I did the same thing. I grabbed a bunch of little flat gems. They're gems, but they're very flat. I
Hmm.
was going to add those after I put my photos on. they were just, very similar thinkers,
Yeah.
I do believe. And how many photos do I have left? I don't think I need them all. Let's see. We've got one, two, three. This one. Two, three.
Outline my flowers too, because why not?
You're gonna do what?
I'm outlining my flowers.
Go for it.
They just needed a little something.
Yeah.
I think I need to add a little green. This is the last piece of this paper from the collection, and I just love it.
You're gonna be sad if I ever see any, but
Yeah.
anywhere,
Yeah.
I will let you know. From these photos. Like I said, I want that nice skinny matte. Don't want a big matte. Tend to like the skinnier mats anyways, but
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to do for this layout. One more. All right, so let's see how I want to put these photos on here. Wanted that there. I tend to look at where there's some empty space on a photo
Hmm.
and think, well, that's where I can put that one. That can cover that one a little bit, and just do things that way. Like I can cover people I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let me put those kind of close together. Let's see. I think I may cut this down to a smaller photo. A bit better.
I need something over here.
What's that?
I need something over here. Ooh, dark green.
we go. That's how I'm doing it. There's just too many 4x6 photos.
Just use my label punch. I'm gonna add a dark green label over here because I've got the dark green in the flowers down here, so I just need to balance it, and there's a lot of lighter space over here.
Nothing like tying it in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always feel better when I do that. I'll bring a color over from something else.
And then it has something for this title to kind of sit on a little bit better.
Mhm. Straight on all of these. I think I kind of have a crooked layout. There we go. So I don't push anything down too hard. There we go. Then I have some of these. It was probably from a blue collection, but I'm going to put some of these little circles. Put these next to each other. We've got different shades of blue.
Oh, those are pretty.
Yeah. Just kind of put them around, maybe put some close together. Not a lot of little ones, so. Kind of holds down my circles too.
Right.
And I did find some red stars, which I thought might be cute too. But I didn't know if it would be too much. So I haven't really decided. I think I like them if they're a little bit random. Just a couple of those, nothing major. Put a couple.
Cute.
Yeah. Any. And then we'll have.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know if it's too busy or.
I don't think so.
No, I was gonna cut it up though.
Oh, right. You can't go over Gideon's face. I didn't see him there.
Yeah, I can't. That would make me not a really nice grandma. Let me get my scissors. For the most part, I think I'm done. Obviously, I need to. Oh, journal.
Yeah.
Maybe do a title.
I'm gonna do strips for my journaling right over the flower
Kind
here.
of like she does on the example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that there. Maybe I'll put a couple Maybe put one there. Stick with the threes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in threes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. What about you? How are we doing over there?
Yeah, I'm all set. I've got everything
Oh,
I need.
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not, we weren't too off.
No, so I did my rings, like I separated them and I did a little bit up here and some down here coming off rather than in the center.
Excellent. Here's, in case somebody wants a reminder of what we were working with.
Yeah.
This is the sample we were working with. And this is what we came up with. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. We did good.
We did. And I did, a one page and you did a two-page layout out of that. That was really cool. So
Yeah,
I
that
love
was a
how
lot of fun.
yeah.
Well, I can't wait to do it again.
Yes. See you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.